Hola y bienvenidos a este video sobre el tiempo libre. Hello and welcome to this video about free time. Para empezar, vamos a mirar esta frase, en mi tiempo libre. So to start off with, we're going to take a look at this phrase, en mi tiempo libre. In English, this literally means in my free time. You'll notice something weird about this though, because it's actually in my time free. So there's an important grammar point here that the adjective in Spanish usually, almost always, comes after the noun that it's describing. So we'd say in my free time, they say in my time free. En mi tiempo libre. Okay, so our first activity is football. So we could say en mi tiempo libre me gusta jugar al fútbol. So in my free time, I like, me gusta, to play, jugar, football, al fútbol. So jugar is our verb in its infinitive, so that's when it's to play. So no one's doing it, it's just neutral. And our infinitives come with AR, ER, and IR endings, and jugar has an AR ending. And this means to play when we're talking about sports and games. And when we use it to talk about ball games, particularly in Iberian Spanish, so in Spain, we have to use the preposition a afterwards. In this case, we say jugar al fútbol. If we want to make that so that it's just I play football, so in my free time I play football, we could say en mi tiempo libre juego al fútbol. Juego al fútbol. En mi tiempo libre me gusta jugar al baloncesto. So in Latin America, sometimes you'll just hear basketball, but in Spain it tends to be el baloncesto, the sport, basketball. So jugar al baloncesto. And again, if we want to say I play basketball, it's just juego al baloncesto. Me gusta jugar al golf. Me gusta jugar al golf. Juego al golf. Me gusta jugar al tenis. Juego al tenis. So all of these are jugar al, and then the sport, because they're all ball sports. We've got the tennis ball, golf ball, the basketball, and the football. En mi tiempo libre me gusta jugar al voleibol. Jugar al voleibol. So that's a word that's basically been adapted from English. Sounds very much like volleyball. Voleibol. Juego al voleibol. En mi tiempo libre me gusta jugar al rugby. Jugar al rugby. So again, a word that's sort of been adapted into Spanish from English. Juego al rugby. So moving on from the ball sports now, you could say en mi tiempo libre me gusta leer. In my free time, I like to read. And if you want to be specific, you could say I like to read books. Me gusta leer libros. Or if you want to be even more specific, and just talk about novels or fictional books, me gusta leer novelas. Novelas. So that V is almost like a B sound. Novelas. So if we take our ER off of that regular ER verb and we stick an O on it, we get I read. Leo. Leo novelas. En mi tiempo libre leo novelas. We have to be very careful that if we use me gusta, we need to use the infinitive. So we need to use jugar or leer. And if we use leo, we can't use me gusta. So it's either I read or I like to read. Because we wouldn't do that in English. We wouldn't say I like to, I read. En mi tiempo libre me gusta escuchar música. In my free time, I like to listen to music. So this is a regular AR verb. So if we take off the AR and we put an O on the end, we get escucho música. I listen to music. En mi tiempo libre, escucho música. En mi tiempo libre, me gusta tocar música. So here you might notice that it's not jugar música. So even though we're saying to play music, we have to use a different verb. So tocar in other contexts means to touch, but when you're talking about playing an instrument, it means to play. So it's always tocar un instrumento. So again, it's a regular verb, so if we take off the AR and put an O on the end to say I play an instrument, we can say toco la batería, I play the drum kit, or toco la guitarra, I play the guitar. And notice the double R in guitar makes it a rolling R sound. Toco la guitarra. En mi tiempo libre me gusta patinar sobre hielo. Patinar sobre hielo. So patinar just means to skate. So that's quite general. So it can be ice skating, rollerblading, skating on a skateboard. Patinar, any sort of skating. Sobre hielo means over ice. So I skate over ice. And notice that hielo, it sounds a bit like the color yellow in English. And the H, we don't say hielo. It's just the H in Spanish. It's as if it isn't there. You never pronounce it. Patinar sobre hielo. Again, it's a regular AR, so if we take off the AR and put an O on the end to say I skate over ice, so I go ice skating. Patino sobre hielo. En mi tiempo libre me gusta bailar. Me gusta bailar. So this is I like to dance. Regular AR, so if we want to say I dance, we leave me gusta behind, we take bailar, take off the AR, we get bailo. En mi tiempo libre, bailo. In my free time, I dance. En mi tiempo libre, me gusta jugar a los bolos. Jugar a los bolos. So again, it's jugar, because we're playing a sport. It's a ball game, so we've got jugar a. This time it's not jugar al, because we're talking about los bolos, something plural. So we have to say jugar a los bolos. Los bolos are the balls, the bowling balls. So again we can say juego a los bolos. En mi tiempo libre juego a los bolos. We could also say me gusta ir a la bolera. I like to go to the bowling alley instead of I like to play bowling or to do bowling. En mi tiempo libre me gusta andar en bicicleta. Me gusta andar en bicicleta. Now andar on its own means to walk, but it's that idea of movement and sort of going for a bit of a run around. So you could do it on foot, or if you do it en bicicleta, you're sort of going for a bit of a bike ride, going around on your bike. So basically, I like to ride my bike. Me gusta andar en bicicleta. If we take AR off of andar, put an O, ando en bici or ando en bicicleta. So quite often you'll see bicicleta shortened just to bici, or in Spain, bici, which is just a slang way to say on my bike. The same as we say bike and sometimes bicycle, to be a bit more formal. En mi tiempo libre me gusta pescar. Me gusta pescar. So pescar is our infinitive verb to fish. So we'd probably say I like to go fishing. In Spanish you just say I like to fish. Me gusta pescar. Again, if we take off the AR and put an O, pesco, I fish. So en mi tiempo libre pesco. In my free time, I fish or I go fishing. En mi tiempo libre me gusta boxear. Me gusta boxear. So that's I like to box, I like boxing. If we take the AR off and put an O, we get boxeo. And that is I box. En mi tiempo libre boxeo. In my free time, I box. En mi tiempo libre me gusta montar a caballo. Montar a caballo. So that means in my free time, I like to horse ride. I like to go horse riding. Notice that the double L in Spanish, it doesn't sound like a L. It doesn't sound like the single L does. So it's not caballo. I pronounce it as a J sound, like a J in English, caballo. But you'll also come across it. It's very common to pronounce it as a Y sound, like a Y. caballo, especially in Spain. And you may meet people from Buenos Aires in Argentina or Montevideo in Uruguay who might say caballo, so it's more of an SH sound. So any of those are perfectly fine. It's just important that we don't pronounce it as an L, so not caballo. If we want to say I horse ride, so instead of I like to horse ride, we just want to say en mi tiempo libre I horse ride. It's a regular AR verb, so we take off our AR ending and we put an O on there, and we get monto a caballo. Monto a caballo. Now another way we can talk about horse riding in Spanish, we can say en mi tiempo libre me gusta hacer equitación. So I like to do, hacer is our verb to do, equitación, which is sort of like the proper posh noun to talk about horse riding. So it looks kind of similar to equestrian in English. Notice as well that the QU sound is not a qu sound like in English, it's a hard k sound. Equitación. Me gusta hacer equitación. Or with a very Spanish pronunciation, me gusta hacer equitación. Me gusta ver películas. En mi tiempo libre me gusta ver películas. So in my free time I like to watch films. Sometimes you'll see películas shortened just to pelis. ¿Quieres ver una peli? And you see that a lot, well you hear that a lot in colloquial spoken Spanish. Me gusta ver películas. Now, we can't take the ER off of ver because that would just leave us with the V. So it's a bit irregular in that ver keeps its E in the present tense. So it goes to veo. Veo películas. I watch films. Now you can also say me gusta ir al cine. Ir al cine. And that means I like to go to the cinema. So, me gusta ver películas, I like to watch films. Me gusta ir al cine, I like to go to the cinema. En mi tiempo libre. Right, so we've finished all of our different activities now that we can do in the free time. There are others, of course, but these are sort of some of the key ones that people do, some of the sports and going to the cinema and so on. And now we're going to look at how we can say something else other than saying we love doing all this stuff, because maybe some of them we don't like doing. So I like to, we've already seen, me gusta. I really like to is me gusta mucho. So you'd say me gusta mucho ir al cine. I really like going to the cinema. I love to is me encanta. Me encanta. Me encanta jugar al fútbol. I love playing football. It's not true. I hate to, if we really don't like something, there are two ways we could say that. Odio or detesto. So detest is almost like I detest it. Lo detesto. Odio, odio pescar. I hate fishing. Detesto jugar al tenis. I detest playing tennis. I can't stand, so we can say no soporto. So a bit like I don't support it. I can't stand it. No soporto. No soporto tocar la batería. I can't stand playing the drum kit. Okay, so just take a few seconds to read through these. If there are some you're not familiar with, by all means pause the video and write some down if you want to. So now I'd like us to take a look at some sort of full phrases that we could say. So, en mi tiempo libre me gusta ir al cine. In my free time, I like to go to the cinema. Now have a little think about what this next one could mean. En mi tiempo libre me gusta mucho jugar al golf. Okay, just take a couple of seconds, have a little think. So in my free time, I really like to play golf. En mi tiempo libre me encanta leer novelas. So just take a second, read through it, think about how you translate this into English. En mi tiempo libre me encanta leer novelas. So in my free time, I love to read novels. En mi tiempo libre odio bailar. So in my free time, I hate to dance. Odio bailar. Last one. En mi tiempo libre no soporto pescar. No soporto pescar. Think about how we translate this one. No soporto pescar. I can't stand to fish, so I can't stand fishing, we could say. And with each of these, we could say, with me gusta mucho jugar al golf, instead of I really like to play golf, you could translate it as I really like playing golf. And I really like going to the cinema and reading novels. So there's a bit of flexibility in English in how we translate these. But in Spanish, we always need the infinitive verb after these opinion phrases. So now we're going to flip that around, and first we're going to look at the English. So it's a little bit harder now, really trying to get you to think about the words that we've seen today, some of the phrases, the activities, the opinion phrases. So how would we say in Spanish, I like to play football? So we need I like, then the infinitive to play. It's a ball sport, so we've got that sneaky a in there, and then football. Me gusta jugar al fútbol. I really like to watch films. So not me gusta, because that's just I like, but I really like. What was that again? Me gusta something to watch, same verb as to see, and then films. Me gusta mucho ver películas. So I really like to watch films, or I like a lot to watch films, if you want to think about it more literally. I love to play the guitar. I love to play the guitar. How would we translate that one? Me encanta tocar la guitarra. Me encanta tocar la guitarra. So you may have been a bit tempted there to use jugar because we've got the verb to play, so it's just remembering that we've got to use tocar if it's a musical instrument that we're playing. I hate listening to music. So there are two ways we could say this one, this I hate. Either one's going to be fine. I hate listening to music. So it could be odio escuchar música o detesto escuchar música. I can't stand playing tennis. I can't stand, so remember it's almost like I can't support playing tennis. No soporto jugar al tenis. No soporto jugar al tenis. Okay, now just a final activity is to think about giving some reasons for why we don't like these things or why we do like these things. So por qué means because and es means it is. So we could say, for example, me encanta jugar al fútbol porque es divertido. Me encanta jugar al fútbol porque es divertido. So I love to play football because it's fun. Interesante, this one's near cognate, so it's very similar to the English. Interesting. Es interesante. Es aburrido. So we've got that double R in there again. Aburrido, like in guitarra. And that means boring. No me gusta leer novelas. Es aburrido. Porque es aburrido. Es bueno para la salud. Porque es bueno para la salud. So this literally means because it is good for the health. So it's good for your health, we'd say. It's good for your health. It's a good reason to play sports. And you could also say because it is, instead of giving an adjective, you could say because it is my passion. So again, very similar to the English. My passion, mi pasión. So now let's put all this to work now with this text here. So first of all, let's have a think about, well, we've got some key vocab at the bottom, which you might have come across before listening to this video. If you haven't, it's there for you because we haven't covered it here. I'm just going to read through the text once, first of all, and I just want you to follow the words as I'm speaking. Hola, me llamo James. Voy a hablar de lo que me gusta hacer en mi tiempo libre. En mi tiempo libre juego al fútbol. Me encanta jugar al fútbol porque es bueno para la salud y es divertido. También me gusta escuchar música, pero odio bailar. Okay, so let's just go quickly through the black bit because that's not stuff we've really touched on here. So we've got hola, which I'm hoping everyone knows means hello. Me llamo James, I'm called James or James. Voy a hablar, I'm going to speak. De lo que me gusta, about what I like. Hacer, to do. En mi tiempo libre, in my free time. So I'm going to talk about what I like to do in my free time. Now pause the video if you need to for this next bit. Read through the purple, try and translate it into English. If you need to look back at any of the stuff throughout the video, please do. Write it down on a bit of paper on your computer if you can. If not, just go through it in your head. And when you're ready, click play again. Okay, so hopefully you've had a chance to do that. And now we'll just quickly work through this. So we've done the first bit. So we're starting with en mi tiempo libre. So in my free time, juego al fútbol. I play football. So we've got juego, I play. Me encanta jugar al fútbol. So I love playing football, or I love to play football. Porque es, because it is, bueno para la salud. It's good for health, so it's good for your health, we could say. Y, and, es, it is, divertido, fun. So I love to play football because it's good for your health and it's fun. También, also, me gusta escuchar música. I like to listen to music. But, odio bailar. I hate to dance. So, I also like to listen to music, or also I like to listen to music, but I hate to dance. Okay, so now we've got a text in English, and this is getting a little bit harder now. I want you to see if you can translate this into Spanish. So again, we've got y, we're going to need y, so that's our word for and, that's at the bottom, and we've also got finally, which is finalmente. So you've got those there if you didn't know them. Again, just pause the video and try and translate this. Okay, so I'm hoping you've had a chance to do that, so let's work through it. In my free time, en mi tiempo libre. I did leave the title there, so that's kind of there for you as well. I like to read. Me gusta leer novels, novelas, and y to listen to music. Y escuchar música. So you've got en mi tiempo libre, me gusta leer novelas y escuchar música. Because it is interesting. Porque es interesante. I can't stand playing golf. No soporto jugar al golf. Because it is boring. Porque es aburrido. Finalmente, finally, I love playing the guitar. Me encanta tocar la guitarra. So we've got to remember we've got tocar instead of jugar there because we're not playing a game or a sport. We are playing an instrument. Because it is my passion. Porque es mi pasión. So here you can see the translated text. So if you did get a chance to write yours down on the computer or on some paper, this is a chance to sort of check your spelling and see what bits you got right. And the key points here are to remember. We use jugar for playing games, we use tocar for playing instruments, and we have to use al after jugar for ball games, particularly if you're learning Spanish to speak in Spain. In Latin America it's not such a big deal. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Some next steps you might want to consider. You could practice writing and reading about what you do in your free time. So you could take some of the vocabulary from this video, talk about what you like and what you hate and what you can't stand and what you really love and why as well. And you could also learn some more about the present tense, so you can talk about what other people do in their free time. So you could then ask people questions. En tu tiempo libre, ¿te gusta bailar? Do you like to dance in your free time? Thank you again for watching, and I hope it's been useful.